You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. Our telephone number is 844-RADIO-US, 844-723-4687. 844-723-4687. Well, let's see. There's one new update on this floor fight regarding Nancy Pelosi's comments. It's 3 minutes old. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi will not take back her remarks describing President Trump's comments as racist earlier today on the House floor. She went on to say she doesn't think any of the words the president said would have stood up on the floor. Listen, I stand by my statement, she says. I'm proud of the attention that has been called to it because what the president said was completely inappropriate against our colleagues, but not just against them, but against so many people in our country. And he said to them, go back to where you came from. Okay, I'm still trying to figure out what's racist about that. So I'm proud of my remarks. I'm glad they're getting the attention they're getting. While addressing the House of Representatives during the debate over a resolution calling for members to condemn the racist remarks, according to CNN, I'm still, like I said, trying to figure out what's racist about them. Pelosi called the president's continued defense of his remarks shameful. Every single member of this institution, Democrat and Republican, should join us in condemning the president's racist tweets. To do anything less would be a shocking rejection of our values and a shameful abdication of our oath of office to protect the American people. Well, okay. Well, so there we are. And what I'm trying to figure out is just exactly what are they talking about. Let's see. I'm looking at CNN. Isaac Tate said the resolution passed. They are about to vote. Let me see what's going on with that. Let me see if I've got any information on that. Resolution vote. I have the incredible power of Google right here in front of me. And what I'm doing is I'm working that out, typing one thing while I say something else. Let's see. So far, it doesn't say anything about what's going on. So let me go to this and let me see what else I can do here. Phil, if you can find out what's happening. Yeah, according to CNN, there isn't anything new. Let me see what we can cobble up on live television, see what they're discussing on CNN. Telephone number is 844-RADIO-US. 844-723-4687. Let's see here.
As though the president's comments had nothing to do with the fact that these congresswomen are women of color. My ancestors are German and Polish. No one has ever once in my life suggested that I go back to where I came from. That is not an experience shared by minorities in this country. This is a well-known and well-tread racial and ethnic slur that the president was using. And we saw Kellyanne Conway in her own statements. I think it illustrates how fundamentally indefensible it was. Even whenever she tries to sort of offer this defense, it just shows how fundamentally unacceptable this language is.
Okay, I don't know who that woman is. Okay, I have no idea what she's talking about. But there have been plenty of people that told Poles and Irish and Chinese and so on and so forth to go back where they came from. What is she talking about? What is she talking about? I mean, there were Italians that told the Poles to go back to where they belong, go back to their country. There were Poles telling Italians to do it. There were Italians telling the Irish to do it. There were Irish telling the Chinese to do it. What are you talking about? See, this is just the talking head nonsense. This is just the gobbledygooky foolishness of all of it. Right? So I have no idea what they're talking about here. All right? I just don't. Our telephone number, 844-RADIO-US, 844-723-4687. I'm trying to figure out what they're talking about. I don't know what it is. We'll keep our eyes on it here for the next few minutes and try to figure out some of what they're saying. All right, now, while we were discussing all of that, there was a guy in Los Angeles who was arrested the other day. They found in his house more than 1,000 guns. Okay? And I'm looking up the Los Angeles firearms laws to find out just exactly what this guy did wrong. Los Angeles has some interesting laws that they spend a little bit of attention to. Let's see, gun law, Los Angeles. I've got gun laws in California. Let me see what we got here. Gun laws of California are some of the most restrictive in the United States. A 5-year firearm safety certificate obtained by paying a $25 fee. Submission of applicant data to the state, passing a written test proctored by a DOJ certified instructor is required for the sale, delivery, loan, or transfer of any firearms. Handguns sold by dealers must be California legal as being listed in the state's roster of handguns certified for sale. This roster, which requires handgun manufacturers to pay a fee and submit a specific model for safety testing, has become progressively more stringent over time. Currently the subject of a federal civil rights lawsuit, which California will lose on the basis it is de facto bans on new handgun models. Okay, let's see. Semi-automatic firearms, the state classifies as assault weapons, 50 caliber BMG caliber rifles, large capacity magazines. The ban on large capacity magazines was ruled unconstitutional March 29, 2019. But the ruling is on hold while the case goes on appeal. Possession of automatic firearms, such as short-barreled shotguns and rifles, automatic firearms and short-barreled shotguns and rifles are prohibited without a dangerous weapons permit that is received from the California Department of Justice pending good reason for their possession, such as manufacture, repair, collecting, in limited cases, pre-1990 movie prop guns, or dealing to police/military. Okay, so you have to prove to somebody who is an avowed anti-firearms person that you have a good reason for doing it. Oh, really? Okay. California is a may issue state for permits to carry concealed weapons. The willingness of issuing authorities in California ranges from no issue in most urban areas to shall issue in rural counties, which means that it's no issue. So Gerard Damien Saenz, 58 years of age, is charged with 23 counts of possession of an assault weapon, 17 counts of transfer of handgun with no licensed firearm dealer, 15 counts of unlawful assault weapon / Browning machine gun rifle activity, 7 counts of possession of a short-barreled rifle or shotgun, 2 counts of possession of a destructive device, according to the officer, as he was arrested. State law prohibits the manufacture, distribution, transportation, importation, or sale of any assault rifle or BMG rifle, that's the 50 caliber rifle, except in specific circumstances according to the California legislature. Saenz pled not guilty in a Monday morning arraignment that was yesterday in Los Angeles Superior Court. If convicted of the charges, he faces up to 49 years of prison. So in some of those charges, they are currently being held up in federal court. So why was he arrested and charged with them? Probably because nobody stood up and said, what are you guys doing? In all of these charges, 17 counts of transfers of handguns with no licensed firearms dealer. That means you could probably either buy one from somebody you know or a family member, which is unconstitutional. 15 counts of unlawful assault weapon / 50 caliber Browning machine gun rifle activity. Okay, well, first of all, a 50 caliber Browning machine gun is not a 50 caliber Browning machine. I guess it's the Ma Deuce they're talking about. If he has an M2 Browning machine gun in 50 caliber, whether it's semi-automatic or not, I guess that's against the law. So that may or may not be valid, but even that, if it's semi-automatic or if it's automatic and he has a permit, a tax stamp, if you will, then that's not a violation of law. 7 counts of possession of a short-barreled rifle or shotgun. If you have something shorter than 18 inches in a shotgun, you can get charged with that. By the way, if you're a member of ATF, if you're an ATF agent or something along that line, I'm getting any of this wrong, whether you're current or retired. Give me a call, 844-RADIO-US, 844-723-4687, and tell me if I get any of this wrong. Now, Browning machine guns, yeah, those are full auto. And you can own them if you are a collector and you have a federal tax stamp. And you also have a transferable 50 caliber machine gun. Now, he has pled not guilty to any of this. What you need to understand, when he was arrested, authorities said there were no indications that Saenz used the guns in crimes. There was no indication that any of the guns were either used in crimes or whether he used any of the guns in crimes. So, what was their probable cause? This particular bit of, quote, journalism, unquote, goes on to say Saenz property resembled a hoarder's house. It took 30 law enforcement officers more than 15 hours to clear the house and remove all the weapons. This according to a law enforcement official familiar with the investigation. In aerial footage from the scene, hundreds of guns are seen scattered on what appears to be blankets in the driveway. The weapons range from handguns to rifles. The police were seen taking inventory. Now, I don't know how long this guy, oh, by the way, in case you're wondering, the guy had thousands of rounds of ammunition. Once again, none of it illegally obtained. So, what's going on here? What's happening? What is happening in this particular case? This guy has been charged with things that are currently under review by the federal courts. A lot of these things are they're injuncted. There is an injunction on some of these charges, but he's still being charged with them. What's happening with all this guy's property? Now, I don't know what the actual case is with all of this, but I'm assuming that somebody that would go through the hassle of trying to find a Browning machine gun, especially one in 50, that's a Modus. That's one of the most fearsome weapons in the history of weaponry. I can't imagine this guy would go after one of those without doing it properly because they're really hard to hide. And then they're really hard to not be traced through one hand to another, to another, to another. In fact, you can't do it legally in any way, shape, or form unless there are huge amounts of paperwork that go with that. Why would this guy take that chance with all the rest of his weaponry if he wasn't doing it properly? See what this looks like to me? I mean, on face value, and I'm going to keep following this story. What this looks like is that these people are looking for a Supreme Court case to try. Because I know that if I was Gerard Damien Saenz' lawyer, I'd say, Gerard, I think what's happening is this is illegal confiscation of your weaponry. Now, remember what they're saying is that 15 counts of unlawful assault weapon rifle activity. Well, once again, an assault weapon is a weapon that fires both semi-automatically and fully automatically or partially fully automatically. Say, for example, a 3-round burst. If he does not have a weapon that does that, it's not an assault weapon. Politicians can call it an assault weapon if they want to, but an assault weapon is a weapon that is particularly designed for a particular battleground use. An AR-15 is not an assault weapon. An AR-15 is a civilian version of an M16, which is an assault weapon. So what these people are doing, it looks like to me, absent any other kinds of facts, and believe me, the thing that I'm seeing here that concerns me the most has to do with the short-barreled shotguns. That's always been illegal. I don't even know that you can get a tax stamp for a short-barreled shotgun. I mean, if you've got a shotgun that's less than 18 inches, you're kind of in trouble, I'm thinking. Telephone number 844-RADIO-US, 844-723-4687, 844-723-4687. Did this guy just get his firearms, which as far as we know are all legal, did he just have all of his weapons confiscated because, what, some cop thought he had too many? What's going on here? Does this bother you? Because it bothers me, even in communist California. Telephone number 844-RADIO-US, 844-723-4687. An invitation to an ATF officer, either retired or brave. If you'd like to join me and explain what's going on here, I certainly would like to know, because lots of other people would like to know. This is the Wells Report of the USA Radio Network.
It is a horrible scenario, but it happens. Dennis writes about his wife. She was diagnosed with leukemia. In fact, she's a 2-time survivor, and in the midst of all that, they ran up over $1 million in medical bills. Thankfully, they're Medi-Share members. And Dennis says they are so thankful for that, how others came together to meet their needs. And that's how so many Medi-Share members feel. This is not health insurance. It's different. You don't have to pay for things you don't believe in. And like Dennis found out, it just works. So if you join Medi-Share, not only do you save a lot of money, the typical family saves about $500 a month, but you know where your money's going each month. You're helping people, and if the time should come, they'll be helping and even praying for you. So yes, it's different, and as more than 400,000 people now know when it comes to healthcare costs, different is beautiful. Find out more. Call 833-34-BIBLE. That's 833-34-BIBLE. 833-34-BIBLE.
Welcome to Tax Talk with Hollywood legend Bob Eubanks.
You know, as part of Hollywood for a long time, I've seen my fair share of celebrities get in trouble with the IRS. Well, there's one name I trust, the Tax Defense Group. They're the most trusted name in tax. So if you owe more than $10,000 to the IRS, you really need to call my friends at the Tax Defense Group. Ignoring the IRS is not the solution. They can garnish your paycheck, levy your bank accounts, seize your home or business. But the Tax Defense Group could put a stop to all of that and tailor a program that would reduce your tax debt to pennies on the dollar. You gotta love that. So don't just take my word for it. Call them. Find out for yourself. They offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee. And they're open 24 hours a day because they know that tax debt doesn't sleep either.
Call now for your free and confidential tax analysis from the most trusted name in tax. Call 800-832-1594. 800-832-1594.
Does your business spend $500 a month or more on gas and electric bills? Did you know by making a simple free phone call, you can save up to 25% on your bill every month? What could you do with a 25% savings on utility bills every month? Energy deregulation is now available in your state. Making one simple phone call will show you how we can lower your gas and electric bills instantly with no changes to your bill and no enrollment fee. This is a free service. The only thing you'll notice is a lower bill every month. Call U.S. Power and Light right now. Learn how easy it is to lower your utility bills for your business and save money. We promise. So if you spend over $500 a month on your gas and electric bills, please call right now and unleash your savings. 800-941-3381. 800-941-3381. 800-941-3381. That's 800-941-3381.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. Our telephone number is 844-RADIO-US, 844-723-4687. Speaking of firearms and their use, we've been following a story. We've been following a story that was started on Facebook. It was called Storm Area 51. I guess it's still called Storm Area 51. People responded all across the nation, more than 1 million of them, that they were going to attend Storm Area 51. The place where they're talking about is a very secret testing facility that is used by the United States Air Force and other people to test combat aircraft and train crews, et cetera, et cetera. The Nevada Test and Training Range, this is Groom Lake, or Area 51, whatever, is absolutely, you cannot show up on that base in any way, shape, or form unless you are cleared to do so, and it takes 60 days for that to happen, even if they let you on the base, and you have to have a reason to go there. Anyway, that being said, the Air Force responded to this event by saying this. The Nevada Test and Training Range is an area where the Air Force tests and trains combat aircraft and crews. Any attempt to illegally access the military installation or military training areas is dangerous. The use of deadly force is authorized. These people, the organizers, I guess, were trying to figure out if they could just overrun the area. Well, they might start that particular process, but I guarantee you they'll never finish it. The area is part of a larger Nevada test and training range at Nellis Air Force Base, and there have been conspiracy theories, all kinds of things being talked about on this particular area ever since it was discovered, thanks to what was essentially a commercial overhead satellite imagery company releasing a picture of it some 20 years ago. It was also brought into the public eye because there were some people that were injured or believed they were injured by the burning that happened on that range when it came to exotic materials used in even more exotic aircraft. The Nevada Test and Training Range provides the war fighter a flexible, realistic, and multi-dimensional battle space to conduct testing tactics, development, and advanced training in support of U.S. national interests. The Facebook event page now says that what is going on is actually just a joke. That was a reevaluation by the people that were involved in this. They decided that it was a joke event. I'm reasonably sure that a lot of the people that actually showed up and started camping near the area, they weren't joking. They didn't think the people that set this all up, they didn't think they were joking either. One Facebook user posted a, quote, humorous, unquote, map of the area that features lines of Naruto runners, rock throwers, and Kyles to storm the area. Hello, U.S. government. This is a joke. I do not actually intend to go ahead with this plan. I just thought it would be funny to get me some thumbsy uppies on the internet. Yeah, I think what he's trying to do is trying to keep from getting arrested for fomenting an assault on a United States military reservation. I think what he's trying to do. And the thumbsy upsies may indeed devolve, in at least his case, to the arresty handcuffies. And I think he's trying to get himself out of it. All I can tell you is that I've never been there. I don't ever want to go there. I mean, if I had a job there, I suppose I would like to work there, but not because I want to go see what people think are aliens there. I want to see the really, really cool-looking new aircraft. But that's all. And I think it's none of our business. And I think the people that do this kind of stuff, I think what they're doing is they're creating a mess that they don't even know the ramifications of themselves. Just saying. Executive producer of the Wells Report is Phil Brown. Our publicist is the lovely Jude Dankworth of Net Media Consultants. Our associate producer is Ian Lucas. I'm John David Wells. I want to thank you very much for listening. We'll be back with another edition of the Wells Report tomorrow on the USA Radio Network.
Balance of Nature, changing the world one life at a time.
I'm loving my Balance of Nature. Since I started, I have not gotten one cold. I kind of fight everything. I get a little tickle, but it goes away.
It's just amazing the difference I felt I want you to know how much I appreciate the counseling and so forth and your attention to your people. I have been a pretty big advocate for the balance of nature. I don't know how many truck drivers have asked me, how in the heck do you keep going at 88, 89 years old? I said, balance of nature. If they want to really enjoy some good health, get on balance of nature.
Experience the Balance of Nature difference for yourself. For a limited time, you can receive a 30% discount and free shipping on your first preferred order of Balance of Nature. Call 800-2468-751 or go to balanceofnature.com and use discount code USA.